100% Harry Potter fan. I'm a proud Hufflepuff, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm like a Gryffindor with a Slytherin rising.
Me and my roommates, we have our key ring says Aloha Mora on it.
I love the characters and I love the story and I love talking about it, but it also symbolizes something in my own life that's like so important to me.
I've been a Harry Potter.
Dude, this is just bizarre, man. Okay, so here. I realize my head is blocking some of this, but this person claims that their new name is Jessie Gender. Their pronouns are she, her, hers, which, knowing this community, I can only assume that that is not an accurate assessment of the way this person was born. Jessie Gender, YouTuber. I can't talk shit about that because I am also a YouTuber. Donnie Cincinnati. I don't know. I can't read that. I don't know what that is. He, him, his. So again, I'm going to assume those pronouns are not reflective of how this person was born. That's how this works. I mean, come on. Do any of these crazy LGBT people, if their pronouns seem normal, like he or she, it's probably because they were not born a he or a she. But sure, let's continue down this road of liberals and whatever, I don't know, the transgender, blah, 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 trying to grapple with this whole Harry Potter thing.
Rising.
Me and my roommates, we have our key ring says Aloha Mora on it.
I love the characters and I love the story and I love talking about it, but it also symbolizes something in my own life that's like so important to me.
I've been a Harry Potter fan for longer than I've been out as trans, for longer than I...
Hell, just stick a little thing in your hair, bam, you're now not male or female, you're a they them. That's a nice little pink thing there in your hair. That's very nice. You're clearly not a dude.
I even knew I was trans.
I was really into it when I was a teen. Slowly, it's just been chipped away over the decade since.
Okay, on June 6, 2020, author J.K. Rowling wrote an essay on her blog arguing why transgender women should not be counted as women. I'm not exactly sure if that's a fair characterization, but sure. She had written and shared on Twitter her controversial opinion on transgender women many times before. Dun, dun, dun.
For the influential author of children's literature to be so vehemently anti-trans and to so publicly shame, ridicule, and invalidate trans people is lethal.
It's lethal. That's a whole different thing. But if someone disagreeing with you invalidates your entire life, you're a loser. Okay? Let's just be clear. Invalidates. Look at this dude. Jeez.
Validate trans people
Invalidate.
Is lethal. And I can't talk about it without getting mad.
I mean, the best
Lethal.
way to put it without being, super eloquent is it sucks. It sucks.
We would honestly prefer to never talk about her ever again, honestly.
There's like a very big, serious global conversation that needs to be happening right now in terms of the uprising around protecting Black lives, which includes in a huge way Black trans lives. And so like this is a very specific act of violence.
That is one of the dumbest things I have ever heard in my life. Let me just throw buzzwords together. That's all this ever has been. If I can, like, we're here to talk about Harry Potter. We're here to talk about Harry Potter. Black Lives Matter, trans lives, invalidating existence, my pronouns. Hey, read Harry Potter or don't. Shut up.
Honestly,
Let's hear
There's
this
like
again.
a very big, serious global conversation that needs to be happening right now in
Super
terms
serial.
of the uprising around protecting Black lives, which includes in a huge way Black trans lives. And so like this is a very specific act of violence.
She is using her.
What? I'm so what? You just wanted to say that. You just wanted to say, "Hey, look, I'm talking about Black people. Well, yay, good for me." What the hell does that have to do with J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter?
Her voice that so many people listen to. So many people listen to her voice. To actively attack trans folks. That pisses me off.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Wow. Look out, everyone. Jesse Gender is pissed off. But this is one thing I don't understand, and then I think these people are absolutely insane on, which I know doesn't narrow it down. They're insane on just about everything, but why? Who listens to J.K. Rowling? I mean, what? Why do these people worship celebrities? I don't understand. I would have never known anything about what J.K. Rowling thinks about anything if the media didn't lose their minds over it and these people didn't go and cry about it. I would not have known a single thing about J.K. Rowling, her life. I wouldn't even known if she was married, had kids, she was gay or straight, she was Black or white. I mean, like, why would I know that? I liked reading the books. What is this weird idol worship? I mean, I guess everyone has to worship something, right? So they worship celebrity. That's a mental disorder in and of itself. I mean, that is damn. I mean, you need to grow the hell up. But yes, this person's pronouns I can't even pronounce. I know my head is right in the way there, but look, I'm not covering up the beginning of it. Look. The first pronoun it's just the letter E. It's just the letter E. What? E-M air, I guess? I mean, I guess I'm starting to understand why these people really liked Harry Potter. They also live in an imaginary world of wizardry and fairy dust. I don't know.
It's so tough to see someone that you idolized as a child, say something so hurtful and damaging.
If she's saying that trans women aren't,
I'm still waiting for the quote because, of course, they don't quote anything that she said. They just say it. Everything she said is so damaging. It's bringing about violence. It's brutal. It's just bad.
real women, then she's also saying trans men aren't real men, but trans men aren't part of the conversation. I don't know what's worse, feeling invalidated or feeling invisible.
Oh man. The Victim Olympics inside the Victim Olympics. Well, see, the thing is, J.K. Rowling was hateful to trans women, but only hateful to trans women. And if she's hateful to trans women, she's also hateful to trans men, but she didn't specifically mention trans men, and she wasn't hateful to trans men directly. And I don't know what's worse, not being acknowledged at all, or get out of here, Donnie.
If she's saying that trans women aren't real women, then she's also saying trans men aren't real men, but trans men aren't part of the conversation. I don't know what's worse, feeling invalidated or feeling invisible.
As trans people,
Oh my
and as trans
God,
young
what a
people,
loser.
especially, we walk around with our guard up all the time. And there are so few spaces for a lot of us where we feel like we can let our guard down and really be ourselves and feel safe and affirmed.
Well, first of all, no one owes you affirmation. Get out of here with it, and we can feel affirmed. Get out of here. That is you. No. Second of all, can anyone name anything anywhere, okay, that doesn't protect LGBTQAI or IA2S plus people? Anywhere? I mean, you are right now in a video for the Washington Post. You're getting interviewed by the Washington Post because J.K. Rowling made you cry. Yeah, well, whew. Man, if only there was places for these people. If only there was places they could go and be accepted and listened to. Man, that's just brutal. God. You know, I stubbed my toe yesterday, and no one listened to me about my pain. The New York Times didn't call me up and ask me for an interview. And now I feel invalidated as if my pain isn't real. Why would the Washington Post do this to me? I'm not even sure that my big toe exists anymore because no one acknowledged it. This is just absurd. God, what bigots.
And the Harry Potter fandom is one of those places. And then J.K. Rowling comes in and takes that away from us.
J.K. Rowling comes in. Harry Potter fandom. And then J.K. Rowling just comes in out of nowhere. She wrote the damn books. Get out of here. She just comes in, swoops in. She pounces.
For so many people, Harry Potter is like something that they consider to be a part of their foundational identities.
I grew up with Harry Potter as a kid. You know, I was about the same age as Harry when the books are coming out and grew up with him. So
I love Harry Potter, man. I mean, again, of course, just like you said, I grew up with it as well. But see, the thing is, I grew up with it. I grew up. I continued down the road of maturity and growth. I grew up. Am I driving the point home? You need to grow up. Get your head out of your ass. It's a book series. Oh my God, what is wrong with these people?
There's a part of Harry Potter that is deep within the core of who I am in my identity. And I did wrestle with the fact of like, what does this mean for my fandom? What does it mean for me?
Is my engagement?
Oh my God, it's such a deep part of who I am. Well, then who you are is a loser. This is the same thing as the people who are obsessed with Star Wars. What happened? Where did this Arrested Development come from? How old are you? Jesus, it's time to grow up. Put down the Harry Potter book. Liking Harry Potter is not personality, and it is not a gender. Okay? Stop it. Stop it. It's over. Go home.
Engaging with this financially benefiting someone who actively hates me.
Don't give J.K. Rowling any of your money. Stop buying the books. Don't download the games.
I think it's incumbent on us to name that we can still love and cherish the story, but we can no longer economically support the franchise.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Dude, they're really sticking it to J.K. Rowling. They're still covered in their Harry Potter tattoos, and their house is covered in Harry Potter stuff, and they've probably spent collectively thousands of dollars on going to the movies, buying all the books, buying all the merchandise, going to the Harry Potter world. But now, I can no longer financially support this. Oh, Donnie. You fat bastard.
If it's because I've had I've been aware of this with her for so long, and I've had like grieving time. You know, now I don't want anything to do with the franchise.
In my
Oh. Oh, God. Donnie. Donnie he's had time to grieve over this. He's moved on. You know? He took the time to grieve. It was a situation that was worthy of having some time to grieve. And I would just like to say, this is totally unrelated to Harry Potter. Finn here, this they them theirs, Mr. Finn, totally a pedophile.
mind, I've kind of like separated Harry Potter from J.K. Rowling entirely, like death of the author, except she has done it entirely by herself.
However way that like people are individually, you know, interpreting Harry Potter, however they feel about it in their personal lives, like that is, you know, a deeply personal thing.
You know, this is interesting. This Jessie right here, this her name is Jessie. She, her, hers. This, I think, is actually is a she, her, hers. Might be the only one in this whole video. Can you believe that we live in a country where this is a major news story, that they even made a video about it? I mean, holy shit. God.
Like, my love of Harry Potter and what I love about it is my own.
While she may be able to, you know, be the ones to sell rights to Warner Brothers to make movies, she doesn't own the rights to what Harry Potter meant to so many people, and myself included.
One thing that was nice is that it meant.
I mean, I don't know how many times I can say it. You're a loser. If this is what you base your life, I mean, what is wrong with you? I love Harry Potter. I'm not a dribbling moron. I mean, what is this? How did this happen? What happened in the world, in this country, to make this a thing? It's like I said, it's the same thing as the Star Wars people. It's the same thing as the people who are way into Marvel, you know, the comic book movies and stuff. What happened? Did people not get their ass kicked enough growing up? I mean, what is the problem? It's an Arrested Development. This is it's an adult retardation. I don't know what has happened. It's bizarre. These people are sick. They should be speaking to a therapist. Instead, they get to talk to the Washington Post, and I get to talk shit about them for 10 minutes.
That several like major members of the Harry Potter film cast have spoken up in response. And it's like, would they have explicitly spoken up so strongly in support of trans rights right now if J.K. Rowling hadn't spoken up against them? I'm not sure. Like, I'd rather we were talking about it than not talking about it at all.
Oh, man. This is the thing. It's like what our friend Donnie was saying about the... Where's Donnie? That fat bastard. Donnie, where'd you go? Donnie, where are you? There's Donnie. It's always a game of victimhood inside a game of victimhood, inside of the Oppression Olympics, inside of, you know, it's... Donnie's over here bitching about how, well, I wish that, see, the thing is that even in her bigotry, she was even more bigoted because she was only talking about trans women. What about the trans men? I don't know what's worse, having them talk bad about you or not talk about you at all. And then this thing about, it's these actors, right? Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, they did the quote unquote right thing, right? By speaking out in favor of trans rights and blah, 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 blah. But they still say, well, I can't help but think that they wouldn't have done this if J.K. Rowling hadn't said it first. What? Take the win. It's stupid, but this is what you want. What is this? Hey, all we want is J.K. Rowling to affirm our identities, and trans women are women. And then two of the actors from the film come out and affirm your identity and say trans women are women, and you go, well, I don't think you would have said this otherwise. You can't be serious. You can't be serious. Here's the thing. Go fuck yourself.